NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now. And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5. Herbert's throw going to be caught by Davis. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Herbert back to the air. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
Hey, Catholic.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On one, right?
2nd and 12.
11. 11, Thomas. 11, Mighty. 11, Mighty. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to have the first down and then some. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Go. Hey, go Lion.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Take it at the 37. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Get set. 12. 11, MT, take.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and then they'll make the big plays downfield.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's Andrews. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Here we go.
To the air again, Burrow. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Tui Pelotu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
3rd and goal, Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown! T. Higgins from 10 yards out. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
21.
Herbert now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Let's take it inside his own 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
On 1, ready?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here we go.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. That is caught. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. 23 yards, the final tally.
Every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked, either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that went quite well.
Well, the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll try to pound it in with Andrews. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 3 yards out. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because Only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Let's go. 5-9.
On second down, here's Herbert. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 6.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
A first down carry for Smith. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Go.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Complete to Johnston here. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Herbert back to the air. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Hey, go Lion. Hey, Baylor Tigers. Hey, Ray.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Flynn. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 1st down. Here's Burrow. He's got his man. It's Andrews. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
11.
It's a pickup of 6.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Andrews. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Charger drive about to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Smith up the middle and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
In motion left is Davis. Herbert off of play action. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Inside handoff, Smith, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9.
Crowd right.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. It'll be a gain of 5, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Herbert. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
59.
Herbert now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Call me from try.
Here's Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this.
Hey, Kappa.
They snap it to Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Bengals drive about to get going. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
12.
Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Flynn. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 27 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now Andrews. He'll take this to the 46.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Toss play now, Andrews. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here we go.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick it.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Joey Bosa from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
11 MT. 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ray.
Now it's Herbert. He's got another one to Johnston. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Crowd right. 21.
To the air again, Herbert. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now they're in the hurry up. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
On first down, Andrews. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On the ground, Andrews again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Burrow on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he's blocked out after a very nice gain. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Well, one team clearly was in control from the start in this one, Charles. They had things humming on the offensive end, a few passing touchdowns, and then their secondary on defense really helped to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they certainly did, Brandon, and let's face it, it may be cliche, but that secondary, they brought their no-fly zone signs to this one, didn't they? Shut down everything in the airways, and conversely, their own offense had its way through the air. They made sure their passing game was humming.
So for Cincinnati, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.